In this story, a young woman gives up her biggest dream for the person she loves most. And 20 years later, she learns a truth that changes everything. Stay with us until the end for that moment.
Okay, now I really need to hear this.
Then let me begin. Because there is one thing in life that you can never, ever get back. Not with money, not with love, not with anything. And most people waste it every single day without even noticing.
Okay, that's a little scary. What is it?
Time. And today, I want to tell you about a woman who learned this lesson far too late. Her name was Lucy.
Lucy, all right, I'm listening.
I'm Alice,
And I'm Leo.
and this is English Decoding, where we don't just learn English words, we decode the stories and the lessons hidden inside them. So, let me tell you about Lucy. Lucy was a kind young woman, maybe the kindest person you could ever meet. She always thought about other people first and about herself last. If a friend needed help, Lucy was there. If a neighbor was sad, Lucy was there. She had the biggest heart in the whole town.
She sounds wonderful, honestly. The world needs more people like Lucy.
It does, but there is a hidden danger in being that kind. Because Lucy had a dream, a beautiful, secret dream. Since she was a little girl, Lucy loved to paint. And more than anything in the world, she wanted to become a real artist.
Oh, I love that. So did she do it? Did she become an artist?
Wait, let me tell you what happened. Because one day, something amazing arrived. A letter. Lucy opened it, and her hands were shaking. It was an invitation to a famous art school in a beautiful city far away. They offered her a full scholarship.
A scholarship. What is a scholarship exactly? I'm not sure I know that word.
Good question, and it's an important one. A scholarship is when a school gives you money so you can study for free, usually because you are very talented. This school looked at Lucy's paintings and they said, "You are special. Come and study with us and we will pay for everything."
Wait, so they saw her talent, they chose her, and they pay for everything. That is an incredible opportunity. That's her dream coming true. Okay, so she packed her bags and went, right? Please tell me she went.
That same evening, Lucy's phone rang. It was the hospital. Her mother was very sick and she needed care. Someone had to stay and look after her every single day.
Oh no, oh, that timing is terrible.
And Lucy did not think about it for even 1 second. She took the beautiful letter, the invitation to her whole future, and she put it in a drawer, and she closed the drawer, and she stayed to take care of her mother.
Oh no, why Lucy? That was your dream. You could have found another way.
That is exactly what many people would shout at the screen right now, and it is a fair question. But the art school was far away in another city and it started in just a few weeks. There was no one else to care for her mother, so in Lucy's heart there was no choice at all. Her mother needed her, and for Lucy, family always came first. Always.
I mean, I understand it, but it still breaks my heart. She gave up everything.
She did, and here is a word for what Lucy did, Leo. She made a sacrifice.
A sacrifice. I think I know this word, but can you say it clearly?
Of course, a sacrifice is when you give up something important to you for someone else. Lucy sacrificed her dream for her mother. It was a beautiful thing to do, but it was also the beginning of a very long mistake.
A long mistake. That's a scary way to say it.
Let me show you why, because time did not stop for Lucy. The months passed, then the years. Lucy took care of her mother and she was happy to do it, but slowly something started to happen. Every time Lucy thought about painting again, another person needed her.
Let me guess, and she always said yes.
She always said yes. Her brother needed money, so Lucy worked extra hours. A friend needed help, so Lucy gave her weekends. The neighbors, the family, everyone. Lucy gave and gave and gave, and her paintbrushes sat in a box in the dark and slowly dried out.
This is honestly painful to hear. She's disappearing little by little.
That is a perfect way to say it, Leo. She was disappearing little by little. And here is a word for people like Lucy. She was a people pleaser.
A people pleaser. What does that mean exactly?
A people pleaser is someone who always tries to make everyone else happy, even when it hurts themselves. Lucy could never say the word no. And that one small word, no, was the word that could have saved her whole life.
Wow, one tiny word, and she couldn't say it.
And 20 years passed for Lucy. 20 years. She was not a young woman anymore. And one quiet afternoon, she was cleaning her house when she found an old, dusty box deep inside a closet.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this box.
Lucy opened it, and inside she found her old paintings, the bright colors she used to love, and under the paintings she found a letter, yellow now and old. It was the invitation, the scholarship, the dream she put in a drawer 20 years ago.
Oh, that just hurts. She's holding her whole other life in her hands.
She sat on the floor, holding that old letter, and for the first time in 20 years, Lucy cried. Not because she was sad about her mother. She loved her mother. She cried because she suddenly understood something. She had put her own life in a drawer, and she had forgotten to ever open it again.
That's the moment. That's the moment she realizes what she lost.
It was. And that word, the one she feels now, is a heavy word, Leo. It is called regret.
Regret, yeah, that's a hard one. What is the exact meaning?
Regret is the sad feeling you have when you wish you had done something differently in the past. When you look back and you think, I wish I had chosen another way. That is regret. And Lucy's heart was full of it.
This is so sad, but wait. Her family, all the people she helped for 20 years. Now it's their turn to help her, right? She gave them everything.
Now we come to the hardest part of the story. Lucy thought the very same thing, so she decided, finally, at last, to try again, to pick up her paintbrush and chase her dream, even now. And the first person she went to talk to was her mother.
Good, her mother will understand. Her mother will support her now.
Lucy sat beside her mother and she told her everything. About the scholarship, about the dream she gave up 20 years ago to stay and take care of her. And Lucy waited for her mother to say, "Thank you, my daughter, for your sacrifice."
Yes, she deserves to hear that, after everything.
But that is not what her mother said. Her mother looked at her with tears in her eyes and she whispered, "Lucy, I never knew. Why didn't you go? Why didn't you tell me?"
Wait, what? Her mother didn't even know.
Her mother never knew about the scholarship. Lucy hid it so her mother would not feel guilty. And then her mother said something that changed everything. She said, "My darling, do you know why I understand? Because I did the same thing. When I was young, I also had a dream, and I also gave it up for my family, and I have regretted it every single day of my life."
Oh my goodness, her mother too.
Her mother, too. And she held Lucy's hands and she cried and she said, "I never wanted you to live my life. I wanted you to be free. If I had only known, I would have pushed you out that door myself."
That completely destroyed me. So Lucy sacrificed her dream for someone who never even wanted her to.
That is the heartbreak at the center of this story, Leo. Lucy spent 20 years protecting her mother from a choice her mother never asked her to make. Two women, two dreams, both put in a drawer, both lost to the same silence.
Because nobody ever said the truth out loud.
Because nobody ever said the truth out loud. And that silence cost them both a lifetime. Now, here is where the story could end in sadness, but Lucy decided it would not.
Okay, please, give me some hope here.
Lucy looked at her mother and she made a decision. She said, "Then let's stop wasting time, both of us, starting today." And that very evening, Lucy took her old paintbrushes out of the dark box. She cleaned them, and for the first time in 20 years, she painted.
Yes, Lucy.
She was older now, it was harder now, but do you know what she discovered? It was not too late. It is almost never too late. And every day after that, Lucy painted a little more. And beside her, in a chair by the window, her mother watched and smiled and finally felt free too.
Okay, that gave me goosebumps. From heartbreak to hope.
And here is the lesson we decode today. Lucy's kindness was never the problem. Kindness is beautiful. The problem was her silence. She never told the truth about her own dreams. She thought sacrificing herself was love, but real love is not silence. Real love says, "This is my dream too, and it matters."
So don't just give and give until you disappear.
Exactly. And there is a phrase for what happened here, Leo. Lucy and her mother both took time for granted.
Took time for granted. What does that mean?
When you take something for granted, you don't value it because you think it will always be there. They both thought there would always be more time later. And then, suddenly, 20 years were gone. So take care of the people you love. But do not put your own life in a drawer and forget to open it, because your time is not endless. And the people who truly love you do not want you to waste it.
Don't waste your time. I don't think I'll ever hear that phrase the same way again.
And that is exactly why we tell these stories here. Not just to learn new English words, but to decode the lessons hidden inside them. If Lucy's story touched your heart today, hit that subscribe button so the next story finds you and you become one of the very first decoders in this community.
We have more stories like this one coming very soon.
We do, so let me leave you with one small question, and please answer it honestly in the comments. What is one dream you have put in a drawer? And what is one small thing you could do this week to open it again?
That's a beautiful question. I need to think about my own answer too.
We all do, Leo, so don't wait. Don't waste your time. Your dream is still in the drawer. And it is not too late to open it. I'm Alice.
And I'm Leo.
Take care of your time, and we'll see you in the next story.